Jim Brown. I live in Cedar Hill, Tennessee. I am at the Holley MoParty, Bowling Green, Kentucky. A lot of beautiful Chrysler products. Well, what started it, my father was a police officer in Nashville. In the late 60s and early 70s, all of the police cars that he had and brought home were Plymouth Furies, big block Plymouth Furies. And when it was time for him to get off work and he was coming home, my brothers and I'd be out in the yard and we could hear him from a half a mile away. He'd light that big 440 and we could hear him coming. So that started it all for me. It's a 68 Dodge Utiline. Your Chevrolet boys would call it a stepside. It was originally a slant 6, 3-on-the-tree truck. Been about a 10-year build. It's now powered by a 69.5 A12 446 pack motor. Tremec TKO 500 pistol grip bench seat setup. Narrowed 9 373 gear. It's got a Fat Man Mustang 2 rack in the front, big wheel woods on all 4 corners, coilovers front and back, 4-link and an adjustable track bar in the back. That's how I got the stance. Wheels are Detroit steel. Most things are hidden. The things that you normally see on the firewall, all the electronic ignition components, etc., those are mounted down on a frame rail. A lot of the electronics, there's a breaker panel that is mounted under the battery tray, and there's just a lot of things that normally clutter up a build, and I just wanted all of that as decluttered as possible. We hid so many things that you just don't see. We just wanted it to be understated, not overstated, so that's what I hope we accomplished. I did all that I could do, but I give a lot of credit. I give most of the credit to 2 guys who are from Kentucky. They live in a little community not far from here, Franklin, Kentucky. Randall Carver and Brian Padgett, and they do a lot of work on old cars. They let me work with them, so I learned a lot. They taught me a lot. They made fun of me a lot, skipped my knuckles and my elbows a lot, but I would certainly give most of the credit to them for how everything turned out. The build was my idea and all the components, but I want to make sure we give credit where credit's due. We wanted clean and simple. There's not a lot of bling on this truck. It's just it's strictly business, you know, and that's what we were looking for, clean and simple. So very pleased with how it came out. Mr. Carver that I mentioned earlier, when we were painting it, he said, you know, that color looks about like the makeup that my wife wears, and it's Maybelline. And so he said, I'm naming it Maybelline. And he actually had the license plate made. Man that had done as much work on it as he had done, I felt like he had the right to name it whatever he wanted to. So that's how it got its name, Maybelline.